a couple somewhat specific show ideas. And I've talked to you personally about this one for years, actually. I think I've mentioned it. But I think a West Wing style show about the Federation with all the different alien races and all the different issues you can explore with like a multi-species government, and you make it Star Trek, you make it a drama, and it would fit today's TV perfectly. You could have racial issues in there. You could do so much different stuff with that. And I forget who's the famous guy that does West Wing. The
Aaron Sorkin.
Aaron Sorkin. If he was interested in doing that, that would be awesome. Just Aaron Sorkin's version of what that could be. But even if it wasn't him, I think that would be a good Trek show.
Yeah, and
And
it'd definitely be something different too.
yeah,
From the usual hop on a ship and fly around space kind of thing.
and you can move the timeline forward too. You can do a lot of stuff with Canon. You know, maybe it needs a show that's along with it that is showing what's going on in space at the time too. That's fine, but you can keep it real canon, keep it after Nemesis and dealing with the whole Romulan planet being destroyed and all that whole thing. And the other idea I had was Disney with the Mandalorian, and Marvel has WandaVision and the Winter Soldier show.
Yeah.
Well, Paramount just came out as its own streaming service too, and they bought all the rights to all these different things. They need to make a deep cut show like those shows. You could take a
Yeah,
popular character.
pick a like an obscure character or race or something and do a
Yeah,
show about
you could do like a young Garrick show of his time in the Obsidian Order. You could do you know, whatever. I mean, you could pick one of the shows. You could do everybody would want to see a Captain Shran show from
it. Yep.
the Andorians or something. The Trek is filled with characters that you could do these shows, and these are the biggest shows. The Mandalorian and WandaVision, they're the biggest shows of the last couple of years. You're
Yeah.
telling me you couldn't touch that with the Star Trek fan base? Like, hopefully somebody's thinking about that, but you know, don't you think that would be successful?
Yeah, yeah. And I know I think we were just on Messenger talking about this not that long ago, and I brought up the idea of having like Geordie LaForge, uh, and I'm obsessed with this idea of having Geordie captain the Enterprise. But
Right.
have LaForge be like the head of engineering at Starfleet or something, and he's got this crew of engineers on the ship with him. They're all engineers on the ship, and the Enterprise is like this Frankenstein together experimental research vessel now after it was decommissioned or something, and they fly around getting into these wacky adventures with like the crazy shit that they're experimenting with on the ship. I
Right.
think that'd be really cool, and you'd only have to really reuse one character,
Yeah.
and everybody else could be new, and you've got the Enterprise, but the Enterprise could look a little bit different or whatever because it'd have weird parts on it or whatever. And I don't know, I kind of like that idea.